Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Waco, Texas, McLean Stadium on the campus of Baylor University for a semifinal state matchup in 4A Division I between Davenport Wolves and the Chapel Hill Bulldogs. Hello, everyone. I'm Bret. Alongside of me tonight, my main man, Keith Whitman. What's going on, Keith?
How's it going, Bret? It is a wonderful, wonderful night to be here, and the atmosphere is awesome here at McLean Stadium. And
got me some tailgate sausage.
You got you went out to the tailgate area out there, man.
Yeah, for those that didn't make it, shout out the CHISD Education Foundation raised over $5,000 tonight at the tailgate.
Yeah,
so it was awesome turnout. Shout out to Chris Scott and the Education Foundation for putting on a great event tonight.
They showed up and showed out, and a big crowd on Chapel Hill side and a good crowd on the Davenport side, as this is a huge matchup between the Bulldogs of Chapel Hill and the Wolves of Davenport, because the winner does what?
They go to Jerry's World.
They go to Jerry's World to play for the state championship in 4A Division I next week, and it's a big game for both of these teams. So lot riding on tonight's game.
It is, and we've got Davenport entering the field right now. They come into this matchup tonight at 11-3. Kind of a surprise coming out of Region 4. Chapel Hill was here last year and the year before. They played 3 different opponents. Last year ran into a tough Bernie team in the San Antonio Alamo Dome last year. We were there, Keith, and
a little bit of a drive.
And Bernie was another favorite to come out of the region this year, but they got knocked out early in San Antonio. Davenport is on a run, and they've done well to get here. Something I want to mention, too, is the fact that Region 3 and Region 4 are not the only game going.
Right.
We have the other game going on in Region 2 and Region 1. Those two fighting tonight is Decatur out of Region 1 and Anna out of Region 2. So we'll kind of be keeping up with that score of that game. So the winner of those two games tonight, here and there, will be playing next week.
Yeah, that Anna-Decatur game is a big game that we will be watching, because obviously, like you just said, we're going to be watching to make sure that who's going to be playing who for the state championship next week. And a lot of big games tonight are going to be making their way and to Jerry's World next week and wherever else in Texas for state championship week next week in high school football.
Well, I'm going to mention this a few times, and we'll probably, before we go on air, I'll mention it again. But if you're watching tonight or / listening on our YouTube channel right now, we got the video feed up. It will stay up until kickoff. It'll also come back for the band and the end of the game celebration after the game's over. But other than that, it will be an audio-only feed. If you would like to watch the game, you can go on and get if you have a Texan Live subscription or an NFHS subscription, you can go and watch the game there, or you can go get a subscription to one of those services and tune into the game. But other than that, you're welcome to stay on here and listen on our YouTube channel as well. If you're watching on the other, go over to the YouTube channel. Just have it on. Chat with us. We got our chat going right now, and so you can go on and chat and let us know where you're watching, who you're watching, and we'll try to mention you on there. We get a chance, but we got about 7 minutes to go before kickoff, Keith. And anything in particular you're looking for tonight between the two teams?
Well, what I'm seeing and what I know about Davenport is they are big in the air. They are a pass offense. They're very good on throwing the ball, and that's one of the things that Chapel Hill, one of the keys of my game, looking for is for Chapel Hill defensively to work on covering the pass, get their secondary a little bit more work this week. I'm sure they did, because that's one of the key areas. They're good on the run. They have a good running back, but their biggest key area is on that pass.
Well, and talking about what they do well, Chapel Hill, on the other hand, they kind of they had a two-headed monster, but last week you got to see them play Kilgore. Kind of added a third head to that monster with J-Bo Cook. Tell me what you saw last week out of J-Bo Cook that's going to help this team this week.
A lot of the things that I saw out of J-Bo Cook, and not only that, but the offense, is a different setup, a different offensive front that they put up. They put a lot of 4 receivers on one side. They bunched them up. A little bit of a different look than Chapel Hill has had in the past, and I bet you that Coach Irvin's going to bring that again this week.
Well, they're going to bring the colors out for the national anthem. So we're going to go down to the field. We'll be back for the kickoff right here on NetSN.
national anthem tonight is sung by sophomore from Davenport, Holly Bass.
All right, we're about to set for the kickoff. We're going to see if we can get – we've got a sideline correspondent tonight, Keith. Christian Blevins is down the sideline for us tonight. We'll see if we can get him on the horn here and get a little – see how the feel is down on the sideline. See if we get the captains walking in the field. We'll see if we got Christian. Christian, you with us, Christian?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right, give us a feel of what it's like as we set to kick off here in just a few minutes.
Man, the words to describe what it feels down here is it is electric in here. It's awesome. You know, both teams won it. Both teams, one team has the state title since 2011. The other one's looking for their first appearance. So it's a good feel down here.
All right, well, we're gonna get you on here and there as we go through the game, but we'll keep you informed of what Christian's got going on down there as we send it back to him every so often in tonight's broadcast. We appreciate Christian for joining us. And Keith, we got the captains on the field.
We do. We have our captains on the field for Chapel Hill. We have number 9, Davion Ross. And then we have Kendall Allen, number 90. Javen Mayfield, number 0. And then Cameron Kelly is out there as well. Number 10 for Davenport, Tristan Hamlin. Number 1 is Emmett Grayman. Number 5, Zahir Livingston. And then number 52 is Ryan Howe, a senior defensive lineman. So those are the captains for both the teams.
All right.
We missed, as I was doing it.
I missed it. Yeah.
We apologize, everybody. We missed
it.
What was it? That was your job.
I'm sorry.
I'm that on you.
I was down here making some notes.
So somebody won. Somebody lost the toss. Somebody's going to receive. And somebody's going to kick off. How about that?
It looks like Campos is on the field for Chapel Hill, so it looks like Chapel Hill will be kicking off, Keith. I don't think he plays coverage, as far as last time I checked.
Not the last time I checked. So
Chapel Hill will kick off.
And that's a good thing. That means they're probably going to receive on the second half. So that's unusual. Actually, I think every game in the playoffs they've received first. So
all right,
this will be the first time.
Those of you that are on YouTube, either migrate over to our coverage on NSN on the NFHS or on Texan Live. We're going to drop the video feed, so come on over. But if you want to listen and stay with us, we'll take your chats. We got L. Labard says, "Go Bulldogs."
For the Wolves.
We got to go Wolves. We got lots of them.
Sorry about that.
No, go ahead.
For the Wolves back deep for the return is going to be number 17, Eric Singletary, and number 1, Emmett Grayman.
All right, set to go, and Campos kicks it off, and we're underway here in Waco. Fielded at the 5-yard line for the Wolves, and right up the middle, and he's still on his feet across the 50. Number 17, Singletary, Keith, and what a return for Singletary.
That's a junior linebacker. Number 17 is a Singletary, so a good starting position for
he's a kick returner right there. My goodness.
You don't see that from a linebacker very often.
And got 4 wides here as Davenport will start out. And you talked about it. They're gonna try to sling it around. The quarterback, Tristan Hamlin rings off. See him on the field. The lefty, had a man open and just dropped it. That was number 2.
Yeah, that's an incomplete pass.
Daniel Sokup Jr.
And very weird. The defense for the Bulldogs back deep. They're about 10 yards off. That's Jabo Cook is one of them. Then you have the safeties back.
They're going to hand it off up the middle this time. I believe that's Singletary. No, sorry, Fallon on the run. Here, we'll get these names down. Those numbers are kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. Thurkill for the defense is the one on the tackle for the Bulldogs after that gain of 5.
So 3rd down and 6 to go. Ball on the 42-yard line. Pass caught by number 2 on the sideline. That's Sokup again, and he picks up the 1st down.
And good coverage by Castaneda. Josh Castaneda coming across in motion with the wide receiver and hits him out of bounds, but a 1st down anyway.
Chapel Hill secondary is going to have to step up their game tonight. Ball carried on the right side. That again is Fallon, I'm sorry.
Mayfield in there does a no look, puts his head down for a tackle, but knocks him out of bounds, but not after a gain of 4.
Yeah, 3rd down and 6 here. Or 2nd down and 6, excuse me. Quick drop, a quick throw to Emmett Graham, number 1, the tight end, or at least he's listed that way.
Dylan Johnson on the stop, but a quick slant there puts them right at the line to gain, and
they're not wasting any time here.
They really aren't. I was about to say the same thing.
3rd and 2, drop back. Here comes the pressure. It's Kendall Allen. He scrambles out of the pocket to his left. He's looking deep. He's got a man wide open in the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. And number 19, Kyler Payne, with a 26-yard touchdown catch.
And the nearest coverage, Bret, was Javen Mayfield, and he was about 15 yards away on the 1-yard line.
Yeah, it was not even close. It was an easy catch. So,
not the way the Bulldogs want to start.
Yeah, the Wolves strike first.
But a good offensive start.
I mean,
for Davenport.
Yeah, 1 minute and 15 seconds in. On for the PAT, number 27, Miles Mendez.
Yeah, Mendez gets it up and in, and that's a quick start for the Wolves, getting up 7-0 this quick in the ballgame.
So Davenport leads 7-0. We'll be right back here on NetSN. That touchdown was sponsored by Precision Scanning Services. Precision Scanning Services specialize in EMI inspection and hydro testing in the oil field industry. Give them a call today at 432-269.
Bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
By number 15 for Chapel Hill, that's DeMarcon Blaylock, and he's tackled down. Looks like they're going to mark him. Let's see where the ref ends up marking in there. around the 45-yard line, it looks like.
Hunter Avila was in on the stop, but he was also in on a little extracurricular activity as well.
Yeah, I thought the runner was still up because they were still going at it. But they're going to mark it actually at the 43-yard line, so pretty good field position here to start the game for Chapel Hill.
And Bret, expect the same sort of fast pace because this is what they did last week with Kilgore.
We'll see. Brisbane is going to hand off, coming left. It's Ricky Stewart. And Stewart picks up a nice little gain on first down.
And Eric Singletary, that linebacker, gets a little shoestring tackle and saves a big yardage gain for Chapel Hill, but a good 4-yard gain for Stewart.
Yep, 2nd and 6, ball at the Chapel Hill 47. And Brisbane's going to keep it around the right side. He's got some green grass. Breaks the tackle, and now he shoestring tackled there for a big gain, Keith.
And another good job by Chapel Hill to get out in the open. But
we got a track meet here, it looks like.
And it is. I believe that's number 10, and that's Tristan Hamlin comes in the I believe that's 10. I apologize. Go ahead.
Handoff up the middle. Ricky Stewart spins off a tackle. Stewart still on his feet. He's inside the 10. Touchdown, Chapel Hill. Ricky Stewart.
And no flag on that one.
32-yard touchdown run for Stewart.
Javen Mayfield makes a good block of the safety down there on the line, on the touchdown line for Stewart to get that touchdown. And a great job by the Bulldogs to get in the end zone.
I think it's a race to see who can score the fastest, Keith.
It's going to be one of those as Campos comes out for the extra point.
A little bit different than last week's game.
It is.
Campos kick on the PAT. It's up, and it's good.
So the Wolves were quick to start, and the Bulldogs were quicker. Took them 3 plays, I believe.
9:51 left here in the first quarter. We got a tie game. We got a good one. Hang on to your hats, folks, here on NSN. That touchdown was sponsored by Precision Scanning Services. Precision Scanning Services specialize in EMI inspection and hydro testing in the oil field industry. Give them a call today at 432-269-8544.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain?
We've done this twice already here. We're back and forth. We've got, 2 minutes into the game?
I was gonna say,
2
we're not that
touchdowns?
much, and here comes the kick. That's going to be a kind of a squib kick on its own.
Yep. It's going to be fielded by, looks like number 11.
Is that 11?
Could be 11 or 17. I don't know.
We're kind of far away
so
here.
far.
I think that's Singletary. Yeah, we're farther away on where we are now than where we've been. I didn't bring my binoculars, so
maybe we should have.
And my eyesight is not as good as yours.
Yeah, well, we'll see. So, not as good a run back, but still a good return for Davenport. They're going to be starting their drive at their own 33-yard line, 1st and 10.
9:45 left in the first quarter.
Handoff. It's going up the middle. That's Fallon. Look at that. All in the end there.
And that was a good stop by, that's Kendall Allen. Yep. And he just gets in there with a little help from his friends.
Yeah, a nice tackle there by Allen.
And Davion Ross was just kind of jumped on top of Allen and helped.
ADR. And they're going to fake the pass. They're going to try to fake the run, and good covers there.
Darius Dean was on the coverage and right there with him and does a good job. Maybe a little bit led, but Darius Dean was step for step.
All right, so 3rd and 7 here. Big possession. You don't want to give the ball back to Chapel Hill if you're Davenport here, because it's like the offenses aren't going to be stopped much tonight. So this is a big play. He's going to roll to his right, which is weird for a lefty, but he's going to run this time.
And he's going to get the first down.
And he does. Nice job there by Tristan Hamlin.
And a good job by Kendall Allen not to initiate a hard hit on the slide.
That's very tempting.
And you don't see that very often in high school. You don't see the slide. We saw it last week, too. Kilgore quarterback did that last week as well.
I don't know. Didn't know they did that now.
I didn't either.
Hamlin is going to hand off this time to Fallon. And
I
not
think the turf monster got him on that one.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to give him any yards there.
My dad called that self-tackleization, but Davion Ross was there to watch him go down, so we'll give Davion Ross the tackle.
That's probably one of the easiest ones he'll have all year.
Right.
2nd and 10. Hamlin is going to look quick pass over here to his right and immediately hit and taken down as fouling.
Great coverage. Javen Mayfield was right there as soon as he got it. He got the ball, little help from his friend Trevor Brooks, and I think he lost a couple of yards.
Yeah,
Bret.
he did. He lost 2. It's going to be 3rd and 12 now.
Got to be careful with his left-handed quarterback, though.
Yep. Well, that's why it was interesting last time on 3rd down. He rolled. Usually you roll with your arm because you don't want to throw, but he ran it. So, that's a key to know what he's going to do. I wouldn't scramble this way out unless you're going to run it. So
we've seen a lot of little bootlegs going on so far in this game by the Wolves.
We'll see if they send Day Ross or Trevor Brooks here. Looks like Ross coming to the middle. A lot of pressure and incomplete. It's
looking for a flag, but Javen Mayfield on the coverage.
He didn't want anything. Day Ross was all in his grill. I mean, he was just trying to get rid of it there.
I think that was Kyler Payne. Sorry, I interrupted you just a minute ago. Kyler Payne was the intended receiver for the Wolves.
No, you're good. We're going to have we're also going to have Mendez is also going to be our punter tonight here. So he'll be punting away. Javen Mayfield back at around the 15-yard line.
And you got to watch Mayfield. He likes to play little games on these punt returns.
Kind of a short kick, takes a sideways bounce, and it's going to end up at the 25-yard line. So Chapley will start 1st and 10.
And I like I said just a minute ago, on those types of things, if Davenport didn't pick that up, Javen is a player who likes to go up and pick those kind of punt types up and run.
Yeah.
So kind of heart attack making.
You got some more people asking. Again, I'll kind of go through this the entire game. This is our audio-only feed. You'll have the pregame, halftime, and postgame only in video. Everything else will be audio. If you're wanting the video, Texan Live or NFHS subscriptions, so you can go find the game, and that's where it is. So Brisbane and the Bulldogs start 1st and 10. He's going to hand off again to Stewart, coming left, and he's not going to get much, maybe a yard. Nice play there on the defense by the Wolves.
And that was a good job by the Wolves. That was Tate Broadus. He kind of held up, stretched out the blocker, and it did a good job to keep Stewart in that backfield a little bit longer, only a 2-yard gain for the Bulldogs.
So 2nd down and 8, Stewart up the middle. It's going to get up to around the 30.
John Birch on the stop there, kind of cut back inside. He almost over-pursued a little bit in the backfield as Stewart cut up, but he did a good job to maintain eye contact and hit him. Only gained about 4, so it's going to be 3rd down.
So here we go. 3rd and 5 from the 30-yard line. Brisbane. Keep it directly up the middle, but then he's going to run outside. Stays on his feet, but swarmed at the 30. Going to get across to the 31, but that's all he's going to get.
And we're going to put that all on Ryan Howe, number 52, defensive lineman, and he comes around the outside corner, puts a lot of pressure on Brisbane, who is going to go up the middle and couldn't do anything, and puts that's going to be Ryan Howe's 4th down. He did a good job for the Wolves on that one.
So back to punt for the Bulldogs, number 12, Trevor Brooks. Back deep on the punt return is going to be Emmett Grayman, number 1. Nice punt by Brooks. Goes over the kick returner's head, and it's going to be down and the 1-yard line.
Beautiful job.
Oh, they're going to call it touchback. Oh, man.
And I want to watch the replay on that.
That was really close. Nice hustle there.
Tyrell Goss was the guy trying to keep that one.
This was really close. He might have been touching the line or something whenever he touched it, maybe.
Yeah, let's see how he does. We have a replay here at McLean Stadium.
Oh yeah, his foot was down.
His foot was in the end zone. Good hustle, though, by Goss and the Bulldogs.
Good try. And so a break there for Davenport. So they'll get it at the 20, where they'll start 1st and 10 on their 3rd possession here. So we had two drives each, two punts, one from each team, and 2 touchdowns. Back to pass, Hamlin. He's got a short receiver there at the 20, across the 25.
And Sorry about that.
No, I was just going to say that was number 1, Emmett Grayman again.
It's a beautiful drag play. J-Bo Cook on the coverage makes the tackle, but not before looks like about a 6-yard gain.
I'm just trying to look these numbers. I definitely need some binoculars here. Not used to being this far up, are we?
Not at all.
Handoff up the middle. This little run, maybe it's going to be about 4-yard gain for number 12, Fallon again. And
Davion Ross was on the stop. A little help with Kendall Allen there on the front line.
so 3rd and 1 here.
Big 3rd down for the Bulldogs and for the Wolves. Bulldogs need this stop.
Hamlin going to fake the handoff. Going to throw outside. And, oh, missed tackle. That's number 2 on the catch. Sokup, and ooh, he got lucky there. Nice move, and he was dead to rights, but it made a little juke move and made something out of it there.
And J-Bo Cook has had that issue the last couple of weeks where he just thinks he has the edge, and he just can't get it. Didn't make the right tackle.
So hurry up here. Back to pass for Hamlin, looking deep. He's got a man, and he couldn't connect with him.
And he was wide open.
That was Dante Singletary.
Darius Dean was beat by about 4 yards, Brett, on that play. If you watch.
Yeah, he just let him a little too much air under it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was 3 or 4 yards ahead of Darius Dean. Dean just was trying to catch up as hard as he could.
Yeah, he bit on that play fake. So 2nd and 10. Handoff, and nothing doing.
Job.
Immediately Fallon is taken down in the backfield, Keith.
Isaiah Collins breaks through the line. Nobody touched him, and he said, hello, how are you, and sit down. So it's a loss on the play. It'll be 3rd down and around 12 for Davenport. This is a big, long 3rd down for the Wolves.
Yeah, when you get 3rd and 12s, you want to try to get the team off the field here. We'll see if Chapel Hill can force another punt.
Playing a little bit off on their receivers, so it's going to be zone more than likely.
Hamlin back to pass, looking to his left. He's got a man, but it's short of the 1st down. Yeah, they're going to give him the catch at the 45.
And they're saying incomplete.
Oh, no, incomplete. Okay,
Yeah,
so incomplete.
The back judge way on the
Well, here it is.
35-yard line. And I can't tell from that angle. How did the judge
They're throwing another angle here. Let's see his angle.
I don't know how the judge back on the 30-yard line saw it, but
he's got better eyes than we do,
I
Keith.
guess so, but now it's going to be punt.
So punt time back deep for Chapel Hill again, Javen Mayfield, and punting for Davenport is number 27, Miles Mendez.
And I thought he caught it, Brett. I'm
Ooh.
just going to say that right now.
Kind of shanked it a little bit, but it took a nice bounce. It's going to roll inside the 25 down to about the 23-yard line. So far, teams have just matched each other back and forth here.
It's a defensive battle so far.
We
And we're
didn't
still in the
think
first
we
quarter.
didn't think that
No,
starting
we
off.
thought it was going to be a shootout after the first 2 offensive series. However, the last 3 each offensive series hadn't really worked out that way. Now the Bulldogs have a chance to see what they can do.
All right, so here we go. Brisbane and company. He's got that quads left, like you were talking about, the quad formation here. Brisbane in the backfield by himself. 1 receiver out to the right. And he's going to isolate that receiver. It's Cameron Kelly, and he just overthrows him.
And a little push off. I think the fans want a flag. They're not going to get one because that was a well thrown over the head, uncatchable catch.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find who was the coverage. I can't see his number. Can you see his number, Brett, down there? I can't.
Man, it's just
It's
far.
so far away.
Good view, but it's just
14,
so far.
I think it was Hayden Glode.
2nd and 10, Stewart up the middle, fighting for yardage. Gets across the 25 to the 26-yard line. So short gain there for Stewart. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 7 to go here.
And I think Gianni Evan Williams was the Wolves defensive player. He was the senior defensive lineman that made that tackle on Ricky Stewart for that to bring up that 3rd and 7.
So here we go, 3rd and 7. Brisbane looking for a little screen. He's got green grass. It's Cameron Kelly across the 50. Tackle down to the 45, 44-yard line. Nice run by Cameron Kelly.
Beautiful play.
Greatly set up here. You can watch here in the stadium, Keith. He's got a bubble screen and a lot of green grass. Breaks 1, 2, 3 people's ankles maybe, and
yeah,
nice play.
Eric Singletary, the linebacker, finally got him.
Brisbane fumbles a snap, just kind of says, okay, I'm just going to take off with it, and makes something out of nothing there and picks up 5 yards.
How you going to fumble a snap and make 5 or 6 yards? I mean, only Brisbane, I guess, can do that. And C.J. Tanner, wasn't he on Full House? Sorry, that showed my age. C.J. Tanner makes the tackle. But it's going to be 2nd down and 4 after the 6-yard gain and from the fumble recovery.
I know, it's crazy, huh? Hey, just shows how good a player he is. Brisbane, a little low snap there. He gets a handoff to Stewart. Stewart tackled for a gain of about, they're going to mark him, give him 2 at the 38-yard line of the Wolves.
There's Evan Williams again with the stop. Pardon me. So big 3rd down for the Wolves. Big stop for them. And I don't know, is this 4th down territory?
I think it's four down territory, Keith. So here we go. Brisbane's going to roll. He's got a man wide open. Caught. That's Darius Dean. Down the sideline. Dean's going to be marked out of bounds at around the 18-yard line. 1st down. Nice job by Brisbane to get outside. Find Dean wide open there, Keith.
And he was wide open. I believe the defensive back there, number 16, Jalen Morrow, kind of moved up thinking he had a wide open sack, and then he had to move back to go make the tackle. So 1st down and 10.
Yep, 1st and 10, ball at the 18. Brisbane's going to fake the Stewart, keeps it. He's got a lot of green grass. Brisbane into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Brisbane, an 18-yard touchdown run.
And that's how you do it. Just nickels and dimes into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And Campos coming out for the point after attempt.
So Campos, good snap, hold good, kick is up, and it's good. With 1:26 left to play here in the 1st quarter, Chapel Hill leads 14-7 right here on NSN. That touchdown was sponsored by Precision Scanning Services. Precision Scanning Services specialize in EMI inspection and hydro testing in the oil field industry. Give them a call today at 432-269-8544.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
Fielded around the 20-yard line, and not much return there for the Wolves. They're going to take over around the 25.
And I think that's Barrett Fallon, number 12, that's on the return for Davenport. And I want to thank one of our viewers for helping us out with that. I believe that was, is that Shyler Brooks helped out on our chat, told us that was number 12. They're better at seeing the field than we are.
Hey, that's good. That means we got good camera work. Rob's doing a good job over there.
Rob's doing a good job for us.
So here we go. 1st and 10 for Davenport at the 25. Handoff up the middle. That is to the tailback Fallon. He's going to gain about 6 yards on 1st down.
And that's going to be a good stop by Henry Thurkill. Kind of kept a big run by the Wolves.
So clock running. We're under a minute to go here in this exciting 1st quarter of action here. Hamlin fakes the handoff and he keeps it. He's got a little room, and he's going to pick up the 1st down. He's going to be marked down at the 40-yard line.
Dives head first that time. Kendall Allen once again goes and chases him down from the opposite side of the line.
It's a great read there by him on that quarterback, running back option play. It's that read option. He just pulled the ball out and went around the end and picked up the first. So it's going to fake the short pass. He's looking deep this time is Hamlin. He's got a wide open receiver, and again, it's number 19, Payne, and he's been a pain for Chapel Hill.
And no laundry on the field, so that touchdown will remain.
60-yard touchdown throw from Hamlin to Payne, and we got a tie game pending the PAT.
And again, another one just wide open, Bret.
Is he invisible?
I guess so. I don't know what he's doing. He's sneaking in between coverages, and
so far, Chapel Hill has been unable to locate him. He's been a pain in their side.
He really
no
has.
pun intended there.
And just beautiful pass as well.
And the kick is up and no good. No good on the kick by Mendez. Maybe I announced or jinxed him. I said it was going to be a tie game pending the PAT.
And then you do that every once in a while. You can jinx people.
I can. Well, the score stays 14-13. Chapel Hill still leads by 1. We'll be right back here on NSN. That touchdown was sponsored by Precision Scanning Services. Precision Scanning Services specialize in EMI inspection and hydro testing in the oil field industry. Give them a call today at 432-269-8544.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas for proven.
And kickoff fielded by Darius Dean at around the 30-yard line. He's going to be flung out of bounds at about the 37 or 38. We'll see where they mark the ball. I think he's going to mark it at 38, Keith.
I wanted to give you a little update, or not an update, a little stat on Kyler Payne. He's got 52 receptions this season, 1,086 yards. He averages 83.5 yards a game, and he's got 11 touchdowns on the season. Of course, that was before tonight.
I think he's already past that.
I think he has. So he's no slouch. So he's not a Johnny-come-lately with the whole catching of the ball type of situation.
It just seems like maybe he has an invisible cloak on or something. I don't know.
You know, maybe he's a Harry Potter fan. I don't know.
So 1st and 10 from the 37. Stewart spins off a tackle. Still on his feet. Gets up to the 45-yard line. We're going to mark him at the 44, but nice run there by Stewart.
Tate Broadus kind of stays with him and brings him down. Has to chase him down from behind, but does get him down there as the sophomore linebacker Broadus does a good job to keep Stewart.
And that's going to do it for the first quarter of action here. Your score after 1, Chapel Hill 14, Davenport 13. Stay with us. Be back for the second quarter right here on NSN. Welch Holdings and Investment Properties was founded by 3 Chapel Hill grads and a Chapel Hill dad. WIP specializes in rescuing older homes and breathing new life into them for another generation to enjoy. Using top quality materials and innovative remodeling designs, our rentals are in high demand. Check out our Facebook page for some of the amazing transformations WIP has completed. Welch Holdings and Investment Properties, where we whip houses into modernized, desirable homes. And here we go. Second down and 3, and Stewart.
He fought for that one.
Not much, if maybe a yard. So here we go. So Brisbane's going to keep it on 3rd and short, and he's hit behind the line and drove backwards. They're going to give him a no gain, but that's a generous spot there, Keith.
That is a very generous spot. Gianni Evans-Williams does a fantastic job of coming in and pushing him back. Really should have been about a yard, maybe 2-yard loss on that, but they did put him right basically back at the line of scrimmage.
So 4th and 2.
Punting.
4th and 2. Trevor Stewart back deep to punt here in the then we got back kicking, or punt returner is number 1, Emmett Grayman.
And they just got that snap off.
Oh, and good getaway there as Brooks had a lot of pressure in his face.
And another beautiful punt.
It is. I call him the Swiss Army knife, Keith, because he does a lot.
He does.
If you need someone to mow your grass, he probably can do that too.
I imagine he could.
So nice punt by Brooks. It's going to pin Davenport in a big game, decently deep here.
And I'm anxious to see how the defense comes back out and how they are going to adjust on their deep game, because the Bulldogs have been beaten deep twice. So I'm anxious to see what they do on this 1st and 10.
I know they better keep their eye on number 19, Payne.
And I think he's up at the top there on the 10-yard line.
They're going to give a handoff there. That's going to go to Fallon, and nothing doing there.
Well, when you have Kendall Allen and J-Bo Cook coming at you from either side, I don't think you're going to gain much.
I think you run backwards, Keith.
Yeah,
That's what I would do.
That's what I would do. I would run away, run far away.
I'm not going to
do a Monty Python and run away.
At least if that's what I do if I want to come up in the morning.
Yeah. Well, anyway. 2nd and 10. Good crowd out here tonight.
Handoff again to Fallon, and gets a few more yards that time. Going to be tackled down around the 19-yard line.
J-Bo Cook comes up to make that tackle. And a big, wide open, gaping hole for him to run through for the Wolves.
3rd and about 5 there. Ball on the 19.
Big 3rd down.
They're going to play action. Nobody there except for Darius Dean. Picked off at around the 50. Dean on the return. Crosses the 45 at the 40. Still going down the sideline. Going to be taken out of bounds just shy of the 25-yard line, Keith. What a return by Darius Dean.
And Anthony Rodriguez is the one who pushes him out of bounds and kind of saves it, because Dean was dancing around trying to get as far downfield as he could to get to that end zone.
I think he got tired of getting beat, so he said, well, then maybe I'll just take the ball and run it.
Well, but not only that, but the pressure that was on the quarterback, kind of when you got hands in your face, he just threw it as hard as he could, and Darius Dean was the deep man downfield.
Yeah, you had the Kendall Allen running right at you. So Chapel Hill will take over with good field position after the interception.
And a big momentum shift.
At the Wolves' 26-yard line, 1st and 10. Brisbane handoff to Stewart up the middle. Still running, trying to run through tacklers, but he's going to get 2 on the play, Keith.
Yeah, and he's going to get 2 because of Grant West, who comes in and makes the stop. They're not letting Stewart gain yards easy tonight.
So 2nd down and 8. Oh, we got a movement up front, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a false start.
Yep. Can't do that. Shoot yourselves in the foot with those penalties. That's going to back the ball up to the 29-yard line. It's going to be now 2nd and 13 for the Bulldogs.
And that's the first penalty of the game for either team. That's first penalty period for the game. So still 2nd down.
Brisbane still hand off to Stewart. He's got a hole through the middle. He's got a lot of green grass ahead of him. He's going to pick up the 1st down inside the 15. He's going to be marked at the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
And that was a save by Eric Singletary when Stewart cut back. If Singletary would have been there, Stewart would have made a touchdown, because there was nobody between Stewart and the end zone. But Singletary just hung in there and just swiped that leg.
Brisbane's going to follow Stewart's block. He's got a lot of green grass. Still on his feet. Did he cross the end zone? Oh, they're going to mark him just short. It's going to be 1st and goal from.
His knee must have hit right there on the 1-inch line.
I want to see that again because
Yeah.
that was really close there. He drug. Oh, it was close.
Yeah, that was really close. And it looks like we're going to have a referee timeout. And it's going to be 1st and goal.
Yeah.
From the,
is it
breath line.
I mean,
the one breath line.
Not
if you can
much.
Call it that. And Reardon is out there talking to the referee. I mean, I don't know what they're going to talk. You can't do a replay. This isn't the NFL. There's no red flag he can chunk.
Yeah, I think he would have already been out halfway through the field.
So, but they're going to call a timeout.
Okay, so Chapel Hill takes the timeout here.
But that was an interesting play.
I think he scored, Keith.
I think he scored. And
they're showing that on the. They're just going to make the fans mad. They're going to keep showing it over and over on the replay here.
We have a big Megatron here for those of you listening here.
Ooh.
I don't know, his thigh hit, but I don't know where the ball had crossed the line. He hadn't hit. He scored.
He was reaching across there.
He reached across, but unfortunately, in high school, hindsight doesn't help.
No.
And replay doesn't work. There might be a replay booth here, but there is no replay.
They have the ability to do it, not for the high school games.
Right. We can tell you all day long that he scored. We don't matter.
So a big break for Davenport, but, I mean.
Literally on the 1-inch line down there. I mean, the nose is nuzzled up against the white.
They're going to go. Ricky Stewart going to take the direct snap, and he's in for the touchdown. So 1-yard touchdown run for Ricky Stewart. And we got a PAT pinning the score now 20-13. And Campos jogs on to attempt the extra point. It's a job by Brisbane to pick up a little block there. And
a good job by the Bulldogs to just come out and just do their version, I guess, of the tush push, if you want to call it that one, but get in there and get that touchdown.
That's that team I don't like to talk about.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Kick is up by Campos, and it's good. 8:04 left in the first half here in Waco in McLean Stadium. Chapel Hill leads 21-13 right here on NSN. That touchdown was sponsored by Precision Scanning Services. Precision Scanning Services specialize in EMI inspection and hydro testing in the oil field industry. Give them a call today at 432-269-8544.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
And we're back here on NSN as Chapel Hill set to kick off after that touchdown drive and keep that interception for Darius Dean. It's a big one. We talked about the teams going back and forth, and you steal a possession like that and then got the return and put it really close.
You always want to capital.
Squib kick. The ball is kind of fumbled around. That was Falcone there on the return there, I guess you can call it, or fall on it.
I think it was a pray you keep it because that bounced right over his head. Ooh. And sorry I had to stop. But, yeah, you always want to capitalize. Anytime you get a turnover, you always want to capitalize on that and get the score. Now you're up 21-13. They didn't get that extra point. So now you hope you can stop them. But if you don't, then you put them in a position where they got to get
Chapel Hill gets the ball back, too, in the second half first.
Right, exactly.
Keep that in your back pocket as well. Handoff up the middle to Fallon, and he ran into a brick wall there, Keith.
Well, I think the brick wall found him. Then that brick wall's named Trevor Brooks, coming up from behind. and just kind of grabbed him and, excuse me, stopped him. Only a 1 yard gain for the Wolves.
Is that tape on those ankles down there? That's that neon yellow. I like that.
I believe so. Yeah, they wrapped their ankles in their shoes. I did that back in the day. Not with yellow. They only had white.
Yeah.
They didn't have the technology to color those.
Back to
then.
pass is Hamlin. Looks to his left, up the middle there. Caught, and there's a flag down. I think we might have a late hit on the quarterback, Keith.
Got some laundry on the field. It's in the area of either a late hit or a holding, and I believe it's going to be holding on the Wolves.
Oh, it might be. There's two guys back there.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, roughing the passer.
Yeah.
You were right. I was wrong.
Yeah.
Don't tell my wife I said that.
Well, just been looking at back, you had a couple of guilty parties back there.
Yeah.
I didn't see it again, but I just had a feeling there was a couple of D linemen, and there wasn't any offensive linemen back there. So.
And that's one of the things that the Bulldogs have to be very careful about. They have a history of shooting themselves in the foot when it comes to penalties, and you cannot do this far in the playoffs.
So 1st and 10 now for the Wolves. Ball at the 45-yard line of the Bulldogs. 1st and 10. Pressure coming. Looks to his left. And good defense there.
Good coverage. That's going to be Dylan Johnson, number 6.
Trying to get the ball to Grayman over there, but couldn't get in there with the great defense.
And they were just there step by step. Good pressure by the defensive line.
And when the quarterback rolls like that, he kind of limits where he can go with it. So Chapel Hill was able to kind of cover the guys that were on this near side and didn't give them anywhere to throw. So 2nd down and 10. Going to drop back to pass. Going short again and just low there as the pass was intended again for Grayman. And
Davion Ross on the coverage as well, going for the ball and keeping these receivers going for the short passes here. The Wolves now, but with the 3rd down and 10, you have to be careful on that long shot. And they have those receivers and they have that speed on that Davenport side, and they've shown it already a couple of times.
We'll see if Coach McFarland dials up some pressure here on 3rd and 10.
And one of those ones you want to look at is number 12, Trevor Brooks, and see where he is.
Man in motion.
And here he comes.
They're going to hand the ball off on a little trickery play, and he's got nowhere to go. He's swallowed up there, Keith.
And between Trevor Brooks, Kendall Allen, then it brings up, I believe, that was number 62, Isaiah Collins, that made the final stop.
Yeah.
And a loss on the play brings up 4th down. They're going to go for it here.
4th and 11.
4th and 11.
You know, I wonder if they'll quick kick it too. You got to keep that in your back pocket because this is a huge play right here. I don't know if I'd give Chapel Hill the ball this close to their end zone here.
Yeah, and this isn't a play. You know, this isn't where you can draw them off sides because you got 11 yards. So
Here we
it won't
go.
matter.
He's going back to pass. Hamlin rolls to his left. Fakes it. Looking to run, and he is
short. Oh, no.
Just spotted at the mark.
Oh, they spotted him horribly.
Wow.
That is a horrible spot.
Let's see where got the replay
This
here.
is not the NFL. You cannot do that. Is horrible.
Let's see here.
No, he went down on the 36-yard line, and they spotted him at the 34-yard line. That is a horrible spot by the referees, and that is wrong. That is the worst thing I've seen ever.
Looks like we got some cramps going on. We'll take an injury timeout. All injury timeouts this season are sponsored by Karen Murphy with Century 21. Be right back. Aaron Murphy with Century 21 is on your team, assisting with buying or selling a home. You can count on this math teacher to find the best deal and get you the win. Call her for your real estate needs at 903-571-5882.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
See who that complete to number 2, I believe.
Josh.
Sokup.
Sorry. Go ahead. Who was that?
Oh, Sokup. Number 2.
Oh, so Castaneda on the stop on that first down play.
5th down? All right. That's the new one right there. And the pressure coming, the ball's loose. And they're going to say incomplete, but he wasn't out of the pocket
And there was no receiver near him. Are they going to throw a flag? I guess not. They gave him a 3-yard gain on a earlier run. Are they going to talk about it?
I don't know. There wasn't anybody except the lineman.
There was nowhere. A lineman was the closest receiver, so to speak. He was still in the pocket, if you want to get technical.
Yeah.
So that's intentional grounding by rule and definition.
And there it goes.
There it goes. The flag is out. Intentional grounding. Good job by the referees.
So it's going to be a spot foul. So wherever he was, whenever he threw it.
Did they do a loss of down?
And a loss of down,
okay,
yes.
That's what I thought.
So basically, it's like
4th down.
It's basically like he sacked right there.
3rd down.
So 3rd down. They're going to have the ball now at the 38-yard line. They need to get the first down. They need to get down to the 19. So 19 to go. So 2nd down and 19. And I like the way the refs got together, though, Keith. That's a good sign, a good crew. At this time, you're always going to get some good. They've done a good job so far. They got together and got the call correct. So actually, it's going to be a 3rd and 14. Sorry, instead of 19. So here we go. 3rd and 14. Hamlin drops back, looks down the middle, and
almost intercepted. Wow.
Is that a Blaylock? Or Castaneda? It was Castaneda, right? 16.
Yeah, that was Josh Castaneda.
He's going to want that back.
Yeah, he's going to have nightmares about that one.
Ooh. So they're going to go for it again on 4th down. 4th and 14, they're going to go for it. So here we go. We got 4 receivers, 2 on each side. In the backfield by himself in the shotgun is quarterback Tristan Hamlin. And here we go. They're going to bring some pressure. Looks like Brooks coming over here. And Brooks, pressure up the middle. Quick pass across the middle and caught. That's number 1, Emmett Grayman.
Another first down
for the
down.
Wolves. What a play call.
That was a beautiful play call. Went right up the middle on a seam route and got that first down for the Wolves. A beautifully executed play.
So 1st down and 10 at the 20. And we'll run there, and no gain there, Keith.
Well, you're not going to gain much when Kendall Allen hits you in the head like that and puts you down.
Yeah, Fallon's getting up a little slow there after that hit.
Clock still running at 4:56 here in the first half.
So 2nd down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Hand off again. That's Fallon. He gets a few yards this time. They're going to tackle him down around the 17.
And I wonder if they're trying to just run the clock out as much as they can right now while gaining a little bit more. That was Isaiah Collins on the stop.
So 3rd and 7. Taking their time here. Play clock counting down at 5. And here's a snap. It's going to roll. Steps up in the pocket, and nobody's there. And, they're going to throw a flag.
And I'm not sure where they saw anything. I'm going to look at the replay. I didn't see any kind of action going on.
Pass was intended for Grayman.
It was way over the head. It was wide over the head. I mean, the pass was uncatchable.
Yeah.
I mean, the pass was so uncatchable, I don't think that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar could have caught that ball.
The ref was the closest intended receiver.
I mean, the ref could have reached out his hand and caught it. How are you going to call? Well, okay then.
1st and goal from the 2.
Not sure where that came from, but okay then.
And handoff, and it's going to go to, again, the tailback Fallon, and he's going to go backwards. He's going to go back to the 3-yard line, loss of 1.
Davion Ross with the stop.
Be interesting to see now that the field is kind of shortened here.
going to be a little bit harder on those pass plays.
Yeah, we'll see if they continue to try to run it up the middle of the D-line. In motion is Fallon. And it's going to be a sweep around the end, and he got in. That's touchdown. Emmett Grayman, 3-yard touchdown run for the Wolves. We have a 19-21 game here. Looks like they're going to kick the extra point as Miles Mendez.
The majority of the yardage that the Wolves earned on that one were from the Bulldogs on the penalty side. But a good job by the Wolves to get down there, get in position to score and get up closer.
Kick is up. And it's good. With 3:26 left here in the first half, Chapel Hill leads now 21-20. We'll be right back here on NSN. That touchdown was sponsored by Precision Scanning Services. Precision Scanning Services specialize in EMI inspection and hydro testing in the oil field industry. Give them a call today at 432-269-8544.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
Back here on NSN is Davenport set to kick off to Chapel Hill. Miles Mendez will be kicking. You have 3:26 left. And fielded inside the 10. That's Javen Mayfield going kind of east and west looking for a seam, and he's end up being tackled at the 25-yard line.
So not a bad run back by the Bulldogs there to get in good field position. 3 minutes, 16 seconds left in the first half, so enough time for the Bulldogs to get down the field, get into the end zone. They'll still get the ball back to start the second half.
And that's a handoff to Stewart up the middle. And he's going to get up to the 30-yard line. Nice run from Stewart there. There wasn't a whole lot there, but
and a good job by Eric Singletary to come up and make that stop. But the rush is on for the Bulldogs and for the Wolves to make it stop so they don't get a score before the
Brisbane
halftime
hands
bell.
off to Stewart again, and this time he's met immediately by a pack of Wolves, Keith.
And it really was. And I believe that Zahir Livingston, the linebacker for the Wolves, was the first to make the hit, and the rest of them came behind and just pushed him back. I think he made a yard or two loss on the play against the Bulldogs. So it's be third down, and a big third down at that.
Yep. Clock rolling here, almost at 2 minutes to go in the first half, and
Wolves fans on their feet.
third down and 7. Here we go. Brisbane's going to drop back to throw, looking for a receiver. He's got a man, Cameron Kelly, and caught. Kelly across the 45 down to the 46-yard line. First down, Bulldogs.
Tanner on the stop, but couldn't get position against Kelly.
It's hard to miss Kelly. He's a big target there, Keith. 6'6".
Well, Jalen Morrow was kind of there as well.
And Brisbane's got Stewart in front of him, looks for some green grass, and nice tackle there by the defense.
Yeah, that was Livingston as well. That linebacker came across and made that stop, but not before a good gain by the Bulldogs.
J-Bo Cook's going to come into the game. We'll see a little more of that two-headed running back backfield here that we saw last week.
And the Wolves have a fantastic linebacker core. They're all over the place.
This time it's going to be Cook running up the middle. And he gets to the 45. Brought down there, so it's going to be 3rd down and 1. I like that, Keith, when they do 2, because then you don't know who's going to get it. You actually add the 3rd option, and the defense has to pay attention to him.
And you got a different style of runner between Cook and Stewart as well. Stewart's a little bit more finesse. Cook is more right up in your face.
Oh,
and the penalty,
it's going to be the right tackle there.
And that
number 50, Braylon Allen. He knew it too. So that's a big penalty there. So it's going to change what they want to do.
Yeah, and it's going to be a timeout.
Yeah, they're going to take one. They got 54 seconds left here in the first half. We'll take the timeout with them. We got a big 3rd and 6 upcoming for the Bulldogs. We'll be right back here on NSN.
Big Mike's Billiards, proud sponsor of NSN. With 25 years experience in the pool table moving and service industry, Big Mike strives to ensure complete satisfaction. The quality and care he and his team put into every move and every service call is the highest standard of service in the industry. Big Mike sells and services some of the best pool tables available today. He is an expert in caring for and moving any type of billiard table, whether it is across the room or across the country. At Big Mike's Billiards, no pool table repair job is too big or too small. Whether your table needs new cushions, felt, or to be professionally aligned and leveled,
kind of a tight formation on the left side. You've got one receiver down here by himself. They're going to run it. Brisbane looking for some holes. And he found a little crease. He's going to be a yard short of the first.
Yeah, and that was a good run. That's a lot of what they did last week against Kilgore. And Hunter Avila came up and made that stop for the Wolves, but it's going to be a 4th down and short. And that's a lot of the style of offense that they ran last week with that bunch look.
Clock's still rolling, too.
25 seconds left.
They've put in Jabo Cook, kind of gone to a 2-back formation here.
And the Bulldogs only have 1 timeout.
A lot of time running off here, Keith. Brisbane steps up in the pocket, tripped up, and he's not going to get there. And with 7 seconds to go, the Wolves have made a big stop on 4th down.
And I think what the Bulldogs are trying to do is run out the clock on their final play, but unfortunately, they're going to give the Wolves an opportunity to score here on their last play. Plus, they got 3 timeouts left. They have an opportunity to run at least 2 plays.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 if they can squeeze it.
Well, I'd be paying attention for number 19 right now if I'm Chapel Hill.
Right.
They don't want to let Payne get open. He's burned him a couple times. And with the passing game of the Wolves, they've got plenty of time to get up there and at least get a shot to the end zone.
And they're rushing only 3 right now, looks like. So they're doing a good job. And, of course,
well, they're just going to hand it off to Fallon and be content here with
running out the clock
this half. So that's going to do it for the first half of action here in Waco at McLean Stadium, as we have a good one here, a 21-20 lead for Chapel Hill. We're going to take you down for the halftime show. Hope you enjoy it. And YouTube listeners, we're going to be bringing you the halftime show. We've got the camera back on. Hope you enjoy it. We'll be back for second half action here on NSN.
Football fans, welcome to the exciting halftime show of Davenport High School, featuring the Diamond Varsity Dance Team, Dazzler's Junior Varsity Dance Team, and the two-time UIL State Finalist Davenport Wolf Band. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in welcoming the Davenport Diamonds and Dazzlers to the field. Your Diamond Social Officers are Sismai Victorine, Alana Stanford, and Lily Fuller. Social President is Ada Lucia Taglia. Your Diamond on Dance Officers are Lieutenant Maya Koenig, First Lieutenant Emily Williams, First Lieutenant Diana Bonilla, and your Diamond's Captain, Nikki Perez. Diamond Dancer of the Week is Sismai Victorine. Dazzler Captain is Sienna Wilkie, and Dazzler of the Week is Jalea Gray. The Diamonds and Dazzlers are under the direction of Sarah Gentry and Christina Weinman. The Diamonds would like to thank their platinum level sponsors, Yamas and Yamas Facility Solutions, J. Sapia Consulting, and Allied Fire Protection. Their Diamond level sponsor, Davenport Construction, and their center stage level sponsor, Burlow Mattress. Tonight, they're performing their part routine to Party Rock Anthem. This evening, the Wolf Band would like to play Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow.
And we're back here on NSN for the second half kickoff as the Davenport Wolves will be kicking off here to start the second half. And those of you who have been enjoying our halftime show on the NSN YouTube will be removing the video here as we get ready to kick off. And Keith, it's a big first drive here for the Bulldogs. It's been a back and forth, kind of a matching of each team. So touchdown, touchdown, and punt, and back and forth. So you want to make sure you strike first and don't turn the ball over. As a short kick to Trevor Brooks, I'm not sure that I want a short kick to him.
I'm not sure I want to do a short kick to this team anyway. Why you wouldn't try to go deep, I'm not understanding. I don't know if they're watching the game from last week with the onside kicks.
Yeah.
But whatever works, I mean, whatever they're thinking, I'm not quite sure whether they have a good kicker. I've seen, yeah, he missed an extra point. However, I'm not sure what's going on. But
so we'll see what.
It is what it is.
Yeah, Chapel Hill's going to get great field position to start the second half at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Brisbane, hand off to Stewart on the left or the right side, and Stewart's not got a lot of room. He's going to pick up a 1-yard gain there, Keith.
And that's going to be defensive lineman John Birch that made that stop. Only, like you said, a 1-yard gain. A good job to stretch Stewart out a little bit to the sidelines by the defense of the Wolves to start off this second half.
So 2nd down and 9. Again, hand off to Stewart. A lot of room this time. Green grass in front of him. Gets a block on the outside from Kelly, and he's tackled by the ankles down to the 18-yard line. Big run by Ricky Stewart.
Tackled by the ankles and drug a little bit, about 3 or 4 yards on that, and I think that's going to be number 10 and the quarterback at that.
It's a great job by
Tristan
the line.
Hamlin.
The line there, Keith, because they knocked a big hole there. Truck could have drove through that one.
That's going to be Cole Boren, the defensive back that made that tackle.
As Brisbane keeps on the fake handoff to Stewart, and he's going to get around in. There wasn't a whole lot there, but he was able to get about 2 there.
And that happens for Brisbane. He can make a lot out of nothing. Look at the fumble recovery that he made on his own and made about 6 yards out of it.
So 2nd down and 8. Hand off to Stewart, who makes a man miss, makes another guy kind of lose his footing there, and a couple of moves there, and he gets down to the 12-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd down and 2.
So here Livingston kind of keeps his feet and doesn't let Stewart juke him out there and makes the tackle.
It's a nice dance move there.
He did.
That play. So it's actually going to be 3rd and 3 here for Chapel Hill. And up the middle of Stewart, dragging tacklers inside the 5, and he's going to get the 1st down and set up a 1st and goal from the 4-yard line.
And another good tackle by, I believe it was Landon Sawyer. I'm trying to get the number down, so if I said it wrong, I apologize. They tuck those jerseys up underneath their shoulder pads. It's kind of hard to see the numbers.
Cook up the middle. No, keeper by Brisbane. He faked me out.
Faked me out, too.
And he faked out.
Faked out the defense.
He sure did. Touchdown.
Wow.
4-yard touchdown run. Demetrius Brisbane, and Chapel Hill takes a 27-20 lead.
And I was watching Cook the whole way. I was trying to find who just tackled him, and all of a sudden I look up, and Brisbane's running into the end zone for a touchdown. Goodness gracious.
A pull late there. Great job by Brisbane.
Wow.
On the read option play. Campos kick up. And good.
Wow.
9:57 left here in the 3rd. Chapel Hill extends their lead back to 8, 28-20 right here on NSN.
That touchdown was sponsored by Precision Scanning Services. Precision Scanning Services specialize in EMI inspection and hydro testing in the oil field industry. Give them a call today at 432-269-8544.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
And we're back here on NSN as a quick touchdown drive to start the half for the Bulldogs, and now they'll be kicking off. It's Aiden Campos, kind of squibs it along the ground and hops fielded at the 25 by number 1, Emmett Greenman, and he's going to get back to around the 30-yard line, so that's where the Wolves will take over first and 10. I got a couple scores, Keith, at the half. Anna in Decatur. Anna's 14-10 over Decatur at half. That's the other half of the bracket here in this game.
Who the winner of this game will play the winner of that game.
And Gilmer in the 4A Division II, another East Texas school, was up 45-21 over Glenrose at the half.
Wow, and that was the upset over Carthage last week that nobody saw coming.
And Gilmer on a roll right now, looking to punch their ticket. They're halfway there.
Who, by the way, Chapel Hill beat the earlier in the season.
So first and 10, ball's caught by number 2, Daniel Sokup at the 34-yard line. He's going to get 4 yards on first and 10 there. And
that's Castaneda on the stop for the Bulldogs. And I'm anxious to see how the defense is going to react with any halftime improvements that may have been made or adjustments.
We'll see. Back to pass is Hamlin. He's got 2 defenders on his intended receiver, Sokup. And I don't know.
Well, it's a little hard to do anything, Brett, with 2 or 3 linemen in your face. A lot of good pressure from the offensive or defensive line coming at him from 2 or 3 different sides.
They're trying to hurry it up. They got the ball in the wrong spot there.
Well, I think the center kind of kicked the ball forward, did a little push to the ball.
Good try there. So 3rd down and 6 here.
Pardon me.
And Hamlin's going to roll to his left. Got Day-Day Ross coming in, Trevor Brooks. He throws it, tries to get it to his man Sukup, and he couldn't find him.
And he tries to throw across his body. J-Bo Cook was on the coverage, but, man, he was – and you're right, Davion Ross was chasing him down. And it's hard enough to throw that pass. It's even harder throwing across your body back up the field. Kind of a little bit of a Patrick Mahomes try there of a move there for the quarterback, but unable to make that.
And then you add ADR and Trevor Brooks chasing you.
Right.
That's makes it that much tougher. So back to punt is Mendez. Back deep for Chapel Hill is Javen Mayfield. High kick, and it's short. Going to bounce at the 40 and roll dead at about the 33-yard line. So Chapel Hill will take over at the 33.
And this is what you want if you are Chapel Hill is –
wait. They're going to say that it hit somebody at the 40.
And I was going to say that. I was going to say it looked like it hit Storm Pena, number 25, earlier, and it bounced sideways. But usually you see a beanbag thrown or something like that.
Well, they did. They had. I saw something black on the field. Okay. I think they did throw it.
I was looking for it. I didn't see it, which is why I didn't say anything about it. But I thought that I had seen it hit number 25, Pena.
Probably why it took that bounce the way it did, too.
Exactly.
So first and 10, Chapel Hill from their own 40-yard line. 9:07 left here in the 3rd quarter. Brisbane's going to keep it on the fake to Stewart. He's looking outside. Stewart gives him a block, and he's going to pick up about 3.
And Stewart does get out and get a great block. However, I'm going to give Zahir Livingston a good attaboy for that one because he comes off the block that Stewart gives him and makes the tackle and keeps a big run from happening off for the Bulldogs there and only allows 3 yards.
So 2nd down and 7. Handoff Stewart. Almost got through there, but a great tackle on the ankles there, Keith.
Yeah. Eric Singletary, who is just a fantastic defensive player for the Wolves, made a good tackle.
Yeah, so 3rd down and 4 for Chapel Hill here, and they're close to the 50. Need to get to the 50 for the first. We'll see what they do here as they got 2 backs in the backfield with Brisbane this time. They're going to give it to Cook. He breaks a tackle, couldn't break the 2nd tackle, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to stay 4th and 4.
Evan Williams, number 0 for the Wolves, gets into the backfield and makes the initial contact to keep that first down from happening for the Bulldogs.
And Chapel Hill is going to go for it, it looks like, here on a big 4th down and 4 here early in this 2nd half.
Which is a little unusual in their own territory, but they're going to go for it.
We'll see what they do here. Brisbane's going to keep it with 2 lead blockers, and he's got a first easily. Crosses the 40, and he's going to be taken down around the 35-yard line. Keith, when you follow two guys like Cook and Stewart, it's pretty easy for Brisbane there.
It is really good. He had that first down by a mile and got a lot more after it. Good thing by Gianni Evan Williams for the Wolves to make that stop. It would have been a lot more if he wasn't there.
It's like a power run out of the shotgun formation.
And just good job. And a couple other notables. Pablo Martinez was in there as well. Made a couple of good blocks downfield. And for an offensive lineman to do that, that's hard. 1st
and 10 from the 36. Stewart still taking some tacklers with him. He gets to the 30. Pyle's getting pushed. It's going to be marked to the 29-yard line, so a nice gain on first down of 7 yards.
And he drug about 4 or 5 defensive players. Zahir Livingston was one of them. And came out from the bottom of that pile.
And Stewart's going to take him a breather here as Cook will stay in the game and be the featured back here on 2nd down and 3.
And usually when Cook's in the game, you get a lot of straight up running. He's usually up the middle between the tackles.
We'll see what he does. And he does. Right at the middle is Cook. He's got green grass. He runs right through the safety on his way to be marked down at the 10-yard line. A physical run there by Jabo Cook.
And that's the difference, like I said earlier, that you get out of Cook that you don't get out of Stewart. Stewart's outside the tackles. He's finesse. He'll spin and run. But you get Cook, he's up the middle in your face.
He just trucked number 20, Cole Boren, as the ball run up the middle that time.
And that was Brody Vestal, the sophomore defensive lineman, who makes that stop and kind of slows the truck of Jabo Cook.
So it's going to be 2nd down and goal from the 8 as Stewart checks back in now. So he's in the backfield with Brisbane and Cook. The 3-headed monster attack for the Bulldogs in on a big 2nd down and 8.
Keep an eye on Darius
Stewart up the middle, touchdown. Almost untouched for Stewart.
And I think they tricked because I think they were going to go. They were looking for Jabo Cook up the middle, and they did a little switcheroo and put Stewart in the middle.
8-yard touchdown run for Ricky Stewart here, Keith, and you see it right here on the replay. It was like nobody touched him. I think maybe his own lineman might have touched his.
Yeah,
that was the only person in the way.
And I think that was Braylon Allen making the downfield block.
And Campo's kick is up, and it's good. 5:41 left here in the 3rd. Chapel Hill extends their lead, 35-20 right here on NSN.
That touchdown was sponsored by Precision Scanning Services. Precision Scanning Services specialize in EMI inspection and hydro testing in the oil field industry. Give them a call today at 432-269-8544.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
Up and was able to punch it in.
And that's what they couldn't do in the first half. Is they had a couple of stops in the first half against the Wolves, but they couldn't capitalize on it, and that's what they did in this one.
Little squib kick again, fielded at the 35 this time by the Wolves. Couldn't tell who fielded it. Looks like number 13 for the Wolves. That's Dante Singletary on the return.
And I'm not really sure what either team is seeing as far as a special teams way goes, but they're not kicking deep.
Yeah, we know we know Campos can kick the ball deep.
Right, Campos has a leg, so I'm not really sure if they're the deep guy. I mean, I know at the beginning with way that
they did get a deep return,
so
maybe they don't want to play around with it anymore.
Right.
So here we go. Hamlin, 1st and 10 in the gun. He's going to hand off up the middle to Fallon, and just not a lot of room there.
Well, when Damian Ross has a couple of your linemen just stood up right there in the hole, you can't really go very far.
Yeah, he's one of those drain cloggers, Keith. Clogs the drain, you're not going to get through there.
Yeah. Good job by the defense, Damian Ross and the linemen to get in there and get that thing done, 2-yard gain.
So 2nd and 10, or 2nd and 8, excuse me. Ball at the 44-yard line. Hamlin back to throw, he's looking deep. He has his man open. That's, in the last second, Great play, Keith, by Castaneda.
Castaneda just and you can say that. I mean, I was pointing.
Oh my goodness!
Because
Payne was
I
there
knew
again.
It was there. Castaneda snuck up on all of us and just reached out and slapped that ball away. Even Payne can't believe that.
That's a touchdown-saving play by Castaneda.
It was a great job by Castaneda. And a big 3rd down and 8 for the Wolves.
So 3rd and 8. Ball at the 44-yard line of the Wolves.
Got 3 receivers here on this close side to us.
We have 4 total, 1 on the top. And Hamlin's going to play clock is down to 0. And we're going to have a delay of game, and that's a tough one to take right there.
And the Wolves thought it was on the Bulldogs in there, now realizing it's on them because they were all clapping on
that play
on the offensive side of the ball.
It kind of blends in with the wall.
It does. They got it in there. I thought it was part of the wall. And it is part of the wall, obviously, but still,
It's kind of cool. Just not used to seeing it.
McLean Stadium is a beautiful stadium.
It is very nice. Very nice stadium.
So now backed up from a 3rd and 8 to a 3rd and 13. This is a little bit bigger as they have trips to the left.
Yep, so 3rd and 13, like you said, Hamlin in the gun by himself. He's going to drop back to pass. Looks around. Looks for a man open in the middle, and I think it hit the ground.
Oh, and he said he caught it.
Oh.
The referee says he caught it, but I believe it hit the ground.
Wait.
And
the back guy, the back
judge says no.
Incomplete.
And says he hit the ground, so we have overruling.
And that was Payne again. Here it is. We'll see the replay, Keith. He kind of steps up in the pocket.
And I'm thinking it hit the ground too, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, it did.
Oh, yeah, it skipped into him there.
It skipped into him. It was a beautiful try, but I believe it hit the ground. Let's see. This is a different angle here.
Yeah, you'll be able to see it off the front here.
And he thinks he might have scooped it up, but I can't tell. I don't know.
It's close.
It was close, but it's going to bring out the punt team as the back judge overrules.
And we'll see.
So that'll bring up 4th down and 13, and I guess they're going to call a timeout. So yeah, I'm not sure who took that timeout.
Well, they gave it to the Wolves because they've got the timeout taken off the board. So it's going to be a timeout by Davenport.
Wow, that was just – I am shocked. We're waiting to see as they come out on this 4th down play.
So here we go, punt. That's going to be Mendez back to punt. And Mayfield's going to let it roll. Good roll there for the Wolves, and it's going to be down at around the 12-yard line.
And the Bulldogs are going to need to do what they've done this entire half so far, and they need to capitalize and get a touchdown on this offense. On this offensive possession.
It's a big possession, Keith.
Yeah, a big one.
For both teams right now, if you're for Chapel Hill, you want to continue to extend the lead out. And Davenport, you know, we're 4 minutes and 37 seconds left here in the third. So, you know, time is ticking here in this game.
And we have penalty flag.
Some movement probably here.
I think it's going to – are they going to do encroachment? Are they going to back?
No, it's going to be.
No, it's going to be on. I didn't know. I thought the tackle moved, but I'm not quite sure.
So it's going to back Chapel Hill up. So they'll now be 1st and 15 from the 12-yard line. Hand off Stewart. Davenport grabbed his jersey and hung on for dear life, and then a couple of his buddies joined him. Going to get probably around 1 yard there on the gain.
And that was Grant West grabbing the jersey of Stewart to just hold on for dear life and helped.
So again, the handoff up the middle. And a safe play there. They're going to get back to the original line of scrimmage at the 17-yard line. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10.
And the Bulldogs not pushing too hard right now, but they are kind of running the clock a little bit more, taking a little bit of time off of it. Here's the pass to the outside, wide open receiver, Cameron Kelly.
Caught. That's Javen Mayfield.
Javen Mayfield, excuse me.
Mayfield.
Yeah.
It's got nothing but green grass.
Nobody around him.
Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And no laundry on the field.
83-yard touchdown,
Wow.
Brisbane to Mayfield.
And he was wide open, Brett. There was not a single person near him. Wow. I think they were expecting a run up the middle again, and they just let him go out to the outside, and he ran all the way.
Well, that's what you call speed, Keith.
Well, I don't have that.
He's got it.
He's got it, and Campos sets up for the point after attempt.
Campos' kick is up, and it's good.
Wow.
With 3:30 left here in the third, Chapel Hill now leads 42-20 right here on NSN. We'll be right back.
That touchdown was sponsored by Precision Scanning Services. Precision Scanning Services specialize in EMI inspection and hydro testing in the oil field industry. Give them a call today at 432-269-8544.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
Going to be fielded at the 30-yard line for the Wolves. They're trying to squeak it outside and taken down around the 45. Nice return by number 3, Mason Falcone.
Falcone trying to get everything back on one swing there, but gets taken down by a.
That's the problem with
Good
squib
coverage.
kicking it, Keith, because if
Yeah.
when you squib kick it, you take that chance of them getting a good return. It doesn't have to be much, and they're already at midfield now.
Right, get a good position for the Wolves here.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, in this half, they have not been able to move the ball very well against the defense. So hopefully, Davenport can do a little bit better offensively on this possession. We got a referee coming in. I think a timeout.
We'll see.
No, they're going to change the balls.
Switch the ball out.
Yeah,
That was
had the wrong
it was Chapel Hill's
team.
ball.
Yeah,
You know, I've always wondered about, is there really that much of a difference on the ball?
you know, I ask the New England Patriots. I don't know. It's going to be first down of 10.
So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 50. Hamlin is in the gun. He's got Fallon to his right. He hands it to Fallon. He's got a lot of green grass. Across the 40, down inside the 35, down to the 34-yard line where they're marking a nice run there on first down to get the first down by Fallon.
Trevor Brooks makes a good touchdown-saving play as he comes from the outside because there was nobody.
It was a wide.
Nobody
It was a good
in between.
It was a good job by those big uglies up front for Davenport to open that hole. So 1st and 10 from the 34. They're going to hand it to Fallon again on the outside to the near side here. And he's going to get to the 28-yard line. So another nice gain on 1st down to pick up a 6.
Davion Ross was on the stop, but I am going to give Trevor Brooks in the front line, his defensive line, a little bit of credit. They did stretch that out and push him all the way to the sideline for only a gain of 5.
So 2nd down and 4. Hamlin's looking deep, and now he just throws it away to nobody.
And I think that's going to be another intentional grounding.
Yep.
As that was.
Yeah, there was nobody
there. It was back to the line of scrimmage, and it was so there was a receiver in the area, I'm guessing.
Was it the ball boy? Do you count the ball boy?
I'm guessing their coach.
I don't know. I didn't see anybody, but at least they did discuss it. I'm going to make sure the referees are all on the same page there. I like the fact that they got together here. So a big 3rd down and 4 from the 28. Hamlin fakes it to Fallon, and Trevor Ross almost intercepts it. He got his paws on it, Keith.
Brooks was right. I mean, I don't know what was looking at. What Hamlin was looking at, but he just Brooks just reached out his paw and just knocked that one down. It is 4-down territory. Yep. I mean, you're down.
Here we go.
42-20. Might as well.
4th and 4. Hamlin. Brooks is rushing. Screen. It's set wide open screen. That's going to be an easy touchdown there. What a play call on 4th down.
Yeah.
Touchdown pass to Fallon. A 28-yard touchdown from Hamlin.
Beautiful play. Had two or three big guys running up ahead. They're going to need some oxygen on the sideline. Hopefully they have some over there for him.
Once he was able to get it over the hands of Trevor Brooks, it was nobody but big uglies up front leading the way. Almost didn't even need the blockers. It was so open.
No, there was nobody there.
So Mendez on for the point after. Kick is up, and no good again on the PAT. So with 2:28 left in the 3rd, Chapel Hill East 42-26 right here on NSN.
That touchdown was sponsored by Precision Scanning Services. Precision Scanning Services specialize in EMI inspection and hydro testing in the oil field industry. Give them a call today at 432-269-8544.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact us.
Two-possession game.
Yeah. Two
touchdowns, two two-point conversions.
A lot of twos.
For the Wolves. Too many twos. Math is hard.
And 2:28 left. 42-26. So set to kick off here is Mendez. They're going to try the onside kick and fielded. Nice job by Chapel Hill's up man. I don't know who that was
Trying to
there.
see who it is.
Number 20. That is Nathan Young. Nice job, Nathan.
He's excited. He got that ball. I don't think he's let it go yet.
Wouldn't he?
Yeah, he did. He got the ball boy to have
it. Great job. Textbook. Make sure you catch it and cover it up.
That's right. Exactly how you're taught. Exactly what you're supposed to do. That's what you do. You show that video right there to all your teams on what exactly you need to do.
So now Chapel Hill will start 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. They got plenty of time here in this 3rd quarter here, and Brisbane and Stewart in the backfield. You got 2 tight ends there are lined up as Stewart's going to take it across the 50, the 40. Going to be tripped up after a gain of around 12 or 13 yards there, and that's going to be a 1st down.
C.J. Tanner makes that trip. Not after a 1st down for the Bulldogs, but Tanner was there, did a good job of making that stop out in the open field.
So now Their ball spotted at 39, so 1st and 10 at the Wolves' 39-yard line. Stewart met immediately. He's going to lose yards.
And a great defensive stop there by the Wolves. A good job. I believe that was number 43, Tate Broadus. And he just comes in.
Broadus brought it, Keith.
Broadus brought it. He was right there in the slot position in between the three-man front that the defense has. He was just standing there right there just waiting for that play.
And you don't keep Stewart to lose yards very often, so it's good defense play there. Brisbane's going to follow Stewart's block. Goes around in. He's got a lot of green grass. Cuts it back left up to the middle. He's going to take it outside. Brisbane across the 10. Looking to dive for the end zone. Touchdown!
Oh, wow, touchdown.
41-yard touchdown run. Demetrius Brisbane. What a run by the junior quarterback, Keith.
I thought they were going to call him out of bounds there at about the 3-yard line, and the referees were talking about it.
We went around the right side, cut up the middle, and then ended up all the way here on the near side, left on the drive.
And a great block
and you'll see it right here. He was still in, and he dove, and he was close. And the PAT is up and good. So with 1:28 left here in the third, Chapel Hill now leads 49-26. We'll be right back on NSN.
That touchdown was sponsored by Precision Scanning Services. Precision Scanning Services specialize in EMI inspection and hydro testing in the oil field industry. Give them a call today at 432-269-8544.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas for proven, trusted.
And we're back here on NSN as another quick scoring drive from the Bulldogs, and they match the touchdown scored by the Wolves. They're just going back and forth. Unfortunately for the Wolves, they're going to have to make a few stops here in the last 13 minutes of the game. A little squib kick again from Campos. Bobbled at the 30-yard line. The ball's loose, and I think Davenport just landed on it.
And I think his heart just jumped a little bit right there.
Ooh, recovered by number 3, Mason Falcone, but ooh, that was a
big one.
That would have been real bad if the Wolves hadn't gotten that one.
And Davenport has got to do. They did a good job offensively on the last drive. They've got to mimic that. Then they've got to come back and play defense. They have not done that this half defensively, but now on offense, they got to make that touchdown, turn around quickly because time's not on their side right now.
So they're going to start the drive at the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. Hamlin's going to hand off to Falcone, and he's not going anywhere. They're going to maybe give him a yard.
Well, when you have Henry Thurkill just standing there going, hello.
Yeah, the defensive line tonight has done a really good job for Chapel Hill up front, Keith.
We got Thurkill and Isaiah Collins just standing there and causing havoc right there in the middle and doing a fantastic job. And Dallas Gibson on the outside with Kendall Allen as well. You just have a great front line and a good front four there.
So 2nd down and 9. Going to fake it. Hamlin looks for his man outside, Payne, and he couldn't find him. Javen Mayfield there was tightly covering him there. Kind of gave him a little friendly shove.
A little friendly shove. Little, hey, I'm here, letting you know. Of course, Hamlin threw a little bit behind him.
Yeah.
But a big 3rd down for both teams here.
3rd and 9, ball spotted at the 35-yard line. Hamlin's going to roll to his right. The lefty throws, and a nice catch.
And that's going to be a 1st down.
As Emmett Grayman with the catch. Did a great job there of getting the feet in, Keith. You see it here on the replay.
And of course,
caught the ball, got that 1 foot he needed in. That was a great catch.
In high school, it's just the 1 foot.
So
I think Mayfield thinking you had to have 2.
So play action on 1st and 10 from the 47. Caught across the middle. Breaks a few tackles. That's Suckup. And nice 1st down play. And they get it up to the Chapel Hill 32-yard line where they'll have 1st down.
And Chapel Hill has to be careful. They can't just stop They can't phone it in from now on thinking that they have it. Good job by DeMarcion Blaylock to make that stop.
1, 2, 3, 4. Took 3 or 4 guys to get him down. Nice job there by Suckup to keep fighting for yards. So the clock's running down. See if they'll snap it here in the third. It's down to 5. They will. Immediate pressure up the middle. Trevor Brooks with a sack.
And he's been waiting for that all night. He has reached him 2 or 3 times, but Hamlin always gets rid of the ball. And that time, there was no way he could have gotten rid of the ball.
Nobody blocked Brooks. He was a free reign to wrap Hamlin up and throw him down at the end of the third quarter. So that's going to do it here for 3. And what a way to go into the fourth for the Bulldogs as they lead 49-26. We'll be right back for the fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere right here on NSN.
Cheryl Germany Higgins has lived in Chapel Hill all her life, and she and her team would love to help you invest your hard-earned money in a very conservative way at Income Portfolio Strategies. Over 40 years of banking and investment experience. Give her a call today at 903-509-2289.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
Second down and 16 after that great play by Trevor Brooks. Hamlin fakes the run to his man Fallon, rolls to his left. He's got a man, dropped in and out of the hands of number 13, Dante Singletary.
Darius Dean on the coverage. I don't know if he got a hand on it, but he was right there.
I think Singleton just dropped it there, Singletary. I think he had it.
And a lot of good pressure. I don't know.
Well, maybe he got a piece of it.
Let's see. This is a better angle. Nope. No, I think it just hit him right in the
I think
chest.
Dean swung and missed, and it may have distracted the receiver.
He was there in time to make the hit.
So third down as the announcer in the PA. I like this guy. He's
been
good.
there.
He's a good guy. So 3rd and 16 from the 37. Back to pass.
Right.
Wide open across the middle is Grayman, and he's going to pick up the first down. And that was easy pickings.
There's a flag down, though, back at the 35-yard line.
It's an interesting place for it over there.
I think it's going to be offside, so they're going to decline that one.
Yep. Correctamundo, offsides. They decline it, so they'll have it marked inside the red zone. They're going to be down at the...
They should be running the clock here pretty soon.
They've got it the 17, 18-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 18 of the Bulldogs. Hamlin is going to hand off up the middle to Fallon, and he doesn't have really much room. He's going to gain a couple yards. They're going to mark him down at the 15.
Davion Ross was right there and made the stop after the gain of about, 3, maybe 4 yards?
They're going to give him 3.
Okay.
So it's going to be a 2nd down and 7. Actually, they're going to say 2nd down and 8. So a 2-yard gain. Up the middle, handoff to Grayman. And he's going to get down to the 11. So, it's an interesting strategy here. They are running the ball, Keith, and you know what happens when you run the ball? The clock does not stop.
The clock does not stop. So that was it's an interesting place.
We'll see how long they can be this patient. At some point you're going to have to.
Well, especially when you're in 3 possession area here.
So it's going to be, they're taking their time here.
They really are.
So Hamlin and
they're going to the
Chapel,
Bulldogs call the timeout.
Chapel Hill's going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 10:30 left here in the game. Chapel Hill 10 minutes away from Jerry's World. We'll see if they can hang on right here on NSN.
Be treated like family by a local team of experts to make sure your animal needs are fully stocked year-round. Over 7 tons of all your Lone Star feed needs are in stock daily, including Double Down Deer Feed, Rain Star Black Bag Cubes, Lone Star Game Bird Seed, Lone Star All-Stock Cattle and Horse Feeds, Hay Stretcher, Bull and Heifer Developer, and a wide range of Lone Star Poultry Feeds as well. Feed a dog of any breed and size with Victor and Lone Star Premium Dog Foods. Find them on the corner of Bascom Road and Spur 248, right in the heart of Bulldog Country.
Elder Feed and Supply, proud sponsor of the Bulldog Sports Network.
Yard line for the Wolves. Hammond's going to keep it. He's going to pitch it out to his man. That's Fallon, and doesn't get any gain there, Keith.
Well, Matthew Walker, a junior defensive end for the Bulldogs, just read that one right out of the hands of Hamlin and just chased it down for, I believe there was a loss on that maybe, or just no gain.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to say 4th down and 3. And just a quick score update. Anna up in the 4th, 28-13 over Decatur. And Gilmer, 66-21 in the 3rd over Glen Rose.
Gilmer just on a roll.
They are.
Big 4th down.
Hamlin back to pass. Looks across the middle and incomplete as Day Ross on the coverage.
And there's a flag, but it's going to be after the play, as Kendall Allen may have said or done something, but fortunately, it's going to be after the play, dead ball, so the Bulldogs will retain it, but they'll be backed up against the line, probably the end zone.
Let's see what they're going to – the refs are talking here.
Hamlin and Kendall Allen were mouthing off to each other. I'm wondering if they're going to do on both or if they're going to just do it on one. I know they were both kind of mouthing to each other.
The Wolves are leaving their offense. The linemen are staying on the field. Dead ball. Personal foul.
So they're just going to call it on the Bulldogs.
Okay.
But the Bulldogs will take possession, so that's good.
So it will be 1st and 10, Chapel Hill. See where the ball ends up. It's going to be – we spotted it around the 6-yard line. Looks like where they're going to start.
9:45 left in the ball game. So how do you think the Bulldogs are going to approach this, Bret?
I'm going to give it to my guys I trust. One of the three-headed monsters.
Just run the ball. Run the ball, take as much time off the clock as possible.
Exactly. I was going to say a while ago when you said Gilmer's on a roll, are they like butter?
I was going to say you're going to butter them up, and yeah, our dad jokes are horrible.
Yeah.
Which is why they're good dad jokes.
So Chapel Hill is going to have – they're going to have 2 receivers, kind of a little bigger package here. You've got a couple of tight ends, and they're just going to keep the ball on the ground. Brisbane's going to keep it around in and going to gain a couple of yards, maybe 3. Let's see where they mark the ball. Looks like around the 9-yard line, so it'll be a 3-yard gain.
Tate Broadus, and he was on the stop. We have an injured player on the field.
And we'll take an injury timeout. All injury timeouts this season on NetSN are sponsored by Karen Murphy with Century 21. We'll be right back.
Karen Murphy with Century 21 is on your team, assisting with buying or selling a home. You can count on this math teacher to find the best deal and get you the win. Call her for your real estate needs at 903-571-5882.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients.
In is Chapel Hill now has a 2nd down and 7 from the 9-yard line. Brisbane in the gun. He's going to hand off this time. That's going to be Stewart looking for some room. Got a little crease, crosses the 20. An easy 1st down pickup for Ricky Stewart.
Does a good job to stay in bounds. And Tate Broadus once again in there on the stop. And once again, another injury. Timeout as Tate Broadus is on the ground. I believe it's cramping up.
Yeah.
Some of the players are cramping up.
Yeah. You know, it is kind of warm, I say, for December here, Keith.
For a December game,
You're
yeah.
wearing shorts on Christmas. So it looks like he's down. Well, I've got a minute. I mean, we talked about this. You got Anna now. They're still up 28-13. So it looks like they've got a really good chance of winning. Glen Rose did score 28-66. We want to try to see if we can get our man Christian.
Yeah. Let's head down to the sideline.
Let's check the sideline reporter, Christian, see if I can get him on the phone and see how the sideline, kind of the feel of the sideline right now. He's down there on the opposite side of us. Christian, you there? Can you hear us? Ooh, sounds like you're in a robot.
Yeah. We'll have to maybe try him back later.
We'll try again. He's too excited right now. There's a lot
Yeah.
going on.
We'll get to see the player off the field. Now the clock's back to running.
So it is running here at just over 9 minutes to go. It was a big first down for Chapel Hill. It's going to let them burn out a lot more time.
And Chapel Hill showing no urgency, which is exactly what you want to see in this type of situation for them. And they have 4 receivers on their left side.
Hand off to Stewart. He's got a lot of green grass. Got a flag down here in the backfield.
In the whole area of holding.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be back there by Dylan Drummond. He's the only guy back there, and he's got his hands on his hips.
Yeah, and even Brisbane kind of waved his team back. He said, all right, I'll come on back. So he knew it was coming. But it's late in the game. Everybody's tired. You're not thinking well, but this is the time where you have to do that. You cannot put yourself in these positions.
Yeah, you don't want to be behind the chains here. It's going to be a 1st and 20 now for the Bulldogs from their own 11.
Because, you know, the game's not over yet by any means whatsoever.
Yep. Clock's not down to 0. The game's not over.
That last whistle has not blown yet.
So here we go. It's going to be a 1st and 20. You got four wides out to the top, and then,
and another penalty.
And like the whole offense moved and the ball didn't come. I don't know. Usually that when everyone moves except the center, it's usually the ball did get snapped. We don't know for sure, but that's what it looked like because everyone was going out in their routes and ready to go. You had Trevor Brooks out there.
He was 20 yards down the field before he realized the ball didn't snap.
When he playing a little bit of offense tonight. Just shows the magnitude of this game. He doesn't play a whole lot of offense, so it could just be not being used to being out there. Who knows? We'll see. So now we got a 1st and 25 here from their own 6-yard line. And it's going to be a keeper by Brisbane, and he is going to be stopped with a limited gain there. I don't know if he even got a yard.
He tried to sneak up through. He thought he had a block in front of him.
That hole closed quickly, though. They gave him 1, so it'll be 2nd down and 25. There was a hole there, Keith, and the block was missed there.
And Donovan Kirby, number 33, closed it up quick for the Wolves, and a great job on the defense.
Jay Knight there was on the block, and he couldn't hold it long enough, and his guy was able to sneak through and get Brisbane. I mean, that hole was there.
It was there.
So 7 minutes to go here in the game, and we got a timeout from Chapel Hill. We'll take it with them. They're up 49-26, 7 minutes away from the state championship right here on NSN.
Big Mike's Billiards, proud sponsor of NSN. With 25 years experience in the pool table moving and service industry, Big Mike strives to ensure complete satisfaction. The quality and care he and his team put into every move and every service call is the highest standard of service in the industry. Big Mike sells and services some of the best pool tables available today. He is an expert at caring for and moving any type of billiard table, whether it is across the room or across the country. At Big Mike's Billiards, no pool table repair job is too big or too small. Whether your table needs new cushions, felt, or to be professionally aligned and leveled, Big Mike is the guy to trust. Call Big Mike's today at 903-842-4499.
Back here on NSN, second down and 24 from their own 7. Brisbane in the end zone, back to pass, escapes tackle, escapes another tackle, escapes another tackle. Now he's back running to the left. Brisbane across the 20, up to the 25-yard line.
Wow.
What a play by Demetrius Brisbane. Keith, I thought he was going to be sacked a couple times there in the end zone.
He was in the end zone down like
I mean, nobody blocked the man coming up. He escapes the one tackle, steps aside the second tackle, ducks under another tackle, and then he was off to the races.
and in a position for a first down.
I mean, what a gain. Now the ball's up to the 26-yard line. You've got a manageable 3rd down and 5 here. Clock rolling at 6 minutes to go. And, man, if you're the Davenport defense, how deflating is that?
Well, and it's definitely you had high motivation with a 3rd down or a 2nd down at 28.
Hand off up the middle. Stewart, there's nothing but green grass. Stewart gets tackled by the safety, but he picks up enough for the first down and some, up to the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
Cole Barron saved a touchdown right there. If he had not been there and not made that stop, game over.
Yep. So clock now rolling under 6 minutes to go.
We have an injured player on the field, looks like, for Chapel Hill. And trying to get off.
Is that Blaylock?
Well, and it's funny, you know, you have a Chapel Hill player down. Referees don't do anything, but 2 players for the Wolves go down, and they blow the whistle and stop
Got
the
3
game.
seconds. 2, gets the snap off, hands it off. It's Cook trying to break some tackles, but he's going to get up to the 50-yard line.
And I know the coaches are kind of yelling at the ref a little bit about why when their player is down on the field, nobody said anything. And
yeah, it was a little odd.
It was a little odd, you know. You have an injured player on the field, and nobody says anything. He had to hobble off the field and is being looked at on the side of the field now.
So 2nd down and 8 from the 50-yard line. Got Cook in the backfield with Brisbane. Cook's they're gonna be a end around to Trevor Brooks. He cuts it up the middle, and maybe should have went outside. There wasn't a whole lot of room up the middle, Keith.
No, there sure wasn't. And you got Zahir Livingston that was just taking out the backside pursuit and made that stop from that linebacker position.
So 3rd down and 1.
Clock still running.
49-yard line on the Wolves side of the ball. Chapel Hill's taking their time. 20 seconds left on the play clock.
And as they should. You're looking at 4:18 left in the ball game. 49-26 is your score. And Chapel Hill fans, a majority of them on their feet.
Brisbane fakes the handoff, rolls to his right. He's got a man, Brooks, caught at the 40, across the 40, and gets the first down to the 37-yard line. Make that 36-yard line. What a play by Brooks in Brisbane.
Tanner on the coverage. And Evan Williams kind of mouthing off a little bit to Brisbane. Brisbane being held back by a teammate. Teammate telling him, I think that was actually J-Bo Cook saying just, hey, back off. Game's almost over. Let's not do anything stupid here.
So for some reason, they're making Brisbane.
Well, I think what's happening is I think the coaches are asking the referees what's the issue? Why the quietness on the sides here?
So Connor Griffin's going to trot out to get a snap here on 1st and 10 from the 36. And I got to imagine this ball is going to be handed off to Stewart here.
Well, and I don't see why you would try anything in the air right now for any reason whatsoever. You don't want to stop the clock.
No. And your backup quarterback who hasn't taken a snap all game.
Right.
Just get him in a position, get him the snap, and give that ball to your man Stewart. Griffin, hand off to Stewart up the middle. Got a crease, cross the 25. First down, Chapel Hill.
Livingston once again with the stop. And makes a good stop for the Wolves.
Griffin trots back off, and Brisbane returns. Nice job by Connor Griffin to get in there and do his job. And
he's coming back out. Oh, he's grabbing. He dropped his towel. Clock still going. 3:28 left in the ball game. And no sense of urgency once again. Nor should there be for the Bulldogs.
Hand off to Stewart. He's got some blockers up front. Stewart spins off a tackle. Another first down. Tackled down around the 10-yard line.
Eric Singletary with the stop. And another first down for the Bulldogs. 3 minutes left in the ball game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 11-yard line. Clock still rolling. The Wolves have 2 timeouts, but have not taken one yet. They're
and it's not really a point to even
at this point, yeah.
And depending on what happens in these next
just a question
few
left.
plays,
Here will Chapel Hill punch it in here.
And a fumble.
Brisbane fumbles it. He picks it up, scrambles out to his left, and goes out of bounds at around the original line of scrimmage.
And that'll stop the clock. He was chased out of bounds. However, Evan Williams chases him out of bounds.
I think it's going to be a loss of a loss of 1.
Looks like they're switching out. They're bringing in backups.
Yeah, they're going to do a line change here. It's like a hockey line sub there. I've never know if I've ever seen that happen.
I don't think I have either.
Usually that means that the kickoff unit's coming out.
Right.
But good to see these other players get in. We'll see if
now
the crowd's starting to feel it here in McLean Stadium.
Chapel Hill side is on their feet.
Cook up the middle. J-Bo Cook, touchdown Chapel Hill. J-Bo Cook, 11-yard touchdown run. And Chapel Hill puts a dagger in the Wolves tonight. They lead now 55-26.
Great run right up the middle. Makes a juke move, gets in there. Nobody, I think one person may have grazed him. And a great run.
On for the PAT, Alvaro Mendez for the Bulldogs. Snap, hold, kick, up, and good. With 2:20 left in the game, Chapel Hill leads 56-26. We'll be back here for the conclusion right here on NSN.
That touchdown was sponsored by Precision Scanning Services. Precision Scanning Services specialize in EMI inspection and hydro testing in the oil field industry. Give them a call today at 432-269-8544.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
And we're back here on NSN as Chapel Hill punches it in for J-Bo Cook. That's a 12-yard touchdown run for J-Bo Cook. And so 2:20 left, and Chapel Hill kicks off. It's Alvaro Mendez set to kick off for Chapel Hill. And he kind of hits a little squibber, got a bounce, and fielded by the Wolves' number 3, Mason Falcone, and he'll be tackled down at around the 39-yard line.
Dylan Johnson on that tackle, and the Bulldogs sidelines and fans are on their feet with 2 minutes, 16 seconds left, Bret.
And we've got some backups coming in to give the starters a breather here on defense as well. So Good to see some guys getting in there that don't get to play as much. An opportunity that they will never forget for the rest of their lives here.
Oh, yeah.
As Davenport takes over 1st and 10. Hamlin back to pass. Looking
Going
deep.
for Payne.
He's got a man open, and they're going to call pass interference.
And I'm not
I
sure
don't
why. That was out of bounds. That throw was way out of bounds, and I mean,
I don't know. That was Braylon Dean on coverage,
yeah.
but he didn't do anything.
And they're talking about it. The throw was out of bounds. Braylon Dean was turned around.
I thought he
to
was
get
in
the
good position. Yeah, I thought he was in good position
and
there.
That referee, I'm not sure where he learned, but
yeah, I don't know about that.
I think they're going to talk about it.
Let's see.
But I did not see anything. He was in position, and in fact, Payne ran into him.
Yeah, that was not a flag.
And no, to me, that's not a pass interference. If that's what they're going to call.
Here's another look.
In fact, I mean, if you're going to call it, it's going to be offensive pass interference because Payne pushed off of him.
Yeah, that's
so if that's what you're going to call, you're going to call. But I think they're going to wave it off. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good discussion and call there.
Good job by the refereeing crew there. As Anna now is up, as they just scored, looks like they're up now 37-13, and they've iced away that game. So it's going to be Anna and Chapel Hill next week.
Yep. Where's that going to be?
Jerry's World.
Cowboy Stadium in Dallas. Yeah.
Gilmer up 66-35. 6 minutes to go in the fourth, so it looks like they're well on their way. And now we have 2nd down and 10, 2:09 left here in the game. Handoff goes to Fallon. And he's going to continue to run, dragging tacklers across the 45 down to the 47-yard line. So to bring up 3rd down and 2. Clock now under 2 minutes to go.
And DeAndre Bush and company were involved in that stop. I think Jamari Davis was there as well.
Hamlin back to pass, looks left, and he goes back to his right. Caught by number 60, Anthony Moore, and he's tackled down inbounds over there, Keith.
Good stop by, I believe it's Pierre Allen. Apologize for that first name.
So 1st down for the Davenport Wolves, now at the 44-yard line of Chapel Hill. Clock rolling with about a minute to go here. Hamlin back to pass, looking to his left. Got a man open. He's caught. And he's taken out of bounds at around the 35-yard line. It's going to be right just short of the marker to gain, I think. Going to be a 2nd down and 1.
They're going to give him the first down.
Oh, they gave it to him.
Yeah, they gave him the first down.
Okay, so they gave him the 36. That was what they needed. Or the 34, excuse me.
Yeah.
So 1:05 left. Hamlin back to pass. Thought he was going to run for a second. Finds a man and caught. That's Fallon. And he's tackled down at around the 11-yard line there.
It's Tyrell Goss who drug him down. So they're running the clock.
So clock continuing to roll. Hamlin is going to keep, and he's trying to find a man in the end zone, and he caught it. Touchdown, Wolves. Singletary with a catch.
And that was a good little play. Got a little pump action fake from Hamlin. And that breaks the coverage off enough for Singletary to get open in the end zone, and a good touchdown play by the Wolves to get in the end zone.
So in for the PAT is Mendez. With 40 seconds to go, here we've got PAT up and good. So with 40 seconds to go, Chapel Hill still leads 56-33. Come back for the conclusion right here on NSN.
That touchdown was sponsored by Precision Scanning Services. Precision Scanning Services specialize in EMI inspection and hydro testing in the oil field industry. Give them a call today at 432-269-8544.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
Been a heck of a game.
It has. And give credit to Davenport.
Oh,
They
yeah.
came out and they played hard. I mean, it was back and
They're a
forth
good
early.
football team. I'm not going to say anything negative about them at all. They're a great football
A
team.
great season, top 4 in this division.
Oh, yeah.
And the kickoff's going to roll down and be fielded by the number 15, Mario Blaylock. You can tell he's not used to fielding that. He wasn't sure if he was going to let it go or not. But
Well, I think he thought it was going to go in the end zone, and it did a little Davenport Wolf bounce back to him, and he had to take it. Good job of knowing that he had to take it and not just letting it sit.
Better than safe than sorry at this
Right.
point. Go ahead and just field it and go down here with 35 seconds to go.
So I imagine they'll just, victory. I would victory formation it. I don't know if Davenport's going to use their 2 final timeouts or not. I don't think it would be worth anything.
It
But
wouldn't matter because they'll kneel it.
yeah,
They take them out 2 kneels.
They can do it, and
It'd be 2 kneels. They take 2 timeouts. So on third down, that would.
third down, you kneel it again, you're done.
So here we go. Victory formation. Connor Griffin under center, the senior backup quarterback. Snap down and
Fumble
down on the
snap.
ball.
That was a weird thing. Okay.
And let's see.
Doesn't look like they're going to call a timeout. They're going to let the clock run.
And the celebration has started on Chapel Hill sideline.
They got Reardon with the Gatorade. And, yeah, they're going to let the clock run.
Clock will roll. Under 10 seconds to go. The third time's the charm. Chapel Hill headed back to AT&T Stadium for the first time since 2011 for their shot at their 3rd state championship.
First time for Coach Reardon to get in the state championship, I believe. And congratulations to the Chapel Hill Bulldogs. And again, we were talking great job by Davenport for a great season. Good job for them. Congratulations to them for a fantastic season.
What a game. After the heartbreak
Oh, yeah.
2 years ago, and then
LBK.
last year just coming and getting just beat by a better Bernie team that day. The revenge is sweet for Chapel Hill and this coaching staff. You know, there was a time about 4 or 5 weeks ago, Keith, we weren't sure we'd be at this point.
Right.
We lost a tough one to Lindale. Got beat at home on senior night by Kilgore. Just beat down. And then to come back and to run off 5 straight and have a chance at the ultimate goal, a state championship. Awesome job for the Bulldogs tonight. And that's going to do it for tonight's broadcast. We had Christian on the sideline. He gave us some good insight, and I'm sure we'll get some great information from him. Our man Rob on the camera. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Chapel Hill Bulldogs moving on to the state championship next Friday, 11 a.m. Thanks for watching. Everyone have a great evening. Drive safe. Those of you who are at the game. Good night, everybody.